Om Shri Lakshmi Narsimhaya Namaha, Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya Kanda, Chapter 49, Ravana Kidnaps Sita. Summary. Sita's abduction takes place now. Ravana forcefully abducts Sita in his air-chariot. She bewails and bemoans for Rama and Lakshmana and appeals to all nature to inform Rama about this abduction. Finally, she sees Jataayu, the eagle, and asks him to narrate her abduction to Rama. Chapter 49 in detail. On hearing Sita's words, that valorous 10-headed Ravana loudly clapped in dissent for once and divulged his very mighty body. That wordsmith Ravana again spoke these words to Maithili. Perhaps you have not heard about my valor and vanquishes in all your madness for Rama. Standing on the sky, I can lift up the earth with two of my arms. I can completely gulp down any ocean. Standing in war, I can even put the death to death. Indeed, I can split the sun and splinter the earth with my spilling arrows. Oh, mad woman, I can assume any form as I wish and endow any wish you wish. Such as I am, I must be your husband. Behold me, so said Ravana when revealing his real nature. While the infuriated Ravana is saying in that way, his eyes, which by themselves are torch lit in their shine, have become further bloodshot and blackened at their edges. Immediately discarding the gentle form of a Brahman fairer, that younger brother of Kubera, Ravana assumed his own ferocious form, which is similar to the form of Terminator. That celebrated Ravana, whose eyes are bloodshot as he is enscrolled by desperate fury, transmuted his form into a 10-faced, 20-armed night walker wearing golden ornaments of purified gold and appearing as a black, tempest cloud. On discarding the guise of a Brahman fairer, that sovereignty of demons, Ravana educed his own physical, and then that mighty bodied one, attired in reddish cloth, stood before Maithili, observing that gem of a lady. She, whose tresses are glossily blackish until their ends, and who has on her glittered jewelry and silken ochre sari, thereby who is unperceivably like sun's glaring shine, to such Maithili Ravana spoke. If you wish to have a husband of well renown in 3 worlds, you seek shelter in me. O high-hipped lady, I alone will match up to you as husband. Ultimately, you have a much lauded husband in me. As such, you oblige me, and I will not cause any displeasure to you at any point of time. Let your heart refrain from the humanly Rama, and you start bringing round your heart towards me. O half-witted lady, you who deem yourself a highly intellectual lady, listen. That mindless Rama, who just by a word of a woman forebode kingdom along with all of his amenable people and lives in this forest where the predators are on the prowl. Thus, he who is spurned off from the kingdom, ungainful are his purpose, and who is even a short-lived human, I wonder by what merits you are impassioned for such a Rama. Thus, Ravana spoke to Seetha. On saying that sentence to Maithili, who by herself is a nice talker and who is proper one for addressing with nice words, that very evil-minded demon Ravana, maddened by lust, drew nigh of Seetha and grabbed her, as Buddha the Jupiter grabs the star Rohini in firmament. He, that Ravana, grabbed the lotus-eyed Seetha on lifting her up with his left hand at her plait of hair at nape, and with his right hand at her thighs. On seeing him who grabbed Seetha, who has incisive fangs, mightily armed, and who is shining forth like a mountain crest and similar to death, the forest deities quickly fled away, terrorized by his terrorism. Then the miracle air-chariot of Ravana, which is miraculously designed to appear and disappear at the wish of its master, yoked with miraculous mules and built with its golden wheels and parts, appeared afore Ravana, braying noisily. Then he whose voice is strident, that Ravana, lifted her up by her waist and got Vedi up on the air-chariot, intimidating her with bitter words. Agonized with anguish when gone into the captive of Ravana, she, that glorious Seetha, wailed loudly for Rama, saying, O Rama, which Rama has gone deep in the forest by then. Ravana, who is infatuated with the lust, picked her up. Which lady is disinclined for any kind of sensuality, and who is verily writhing like the wife of King Cobra? And then he surged skywards and flew off with her in his air-chariot. While that lord of demons is abducting her in the skyway, Seetha became frenzied with bewildered faculties, and then bawled stridently like a hysterical person. Ha, greatly dexterous Lakshmana, O rejoicer of your mentor, you are incognizant of me, who am being abducted by this demon who is a dissembler. O Raghava, you have relinquished your high life, happiness, and richness for the sake of righteousness. And though you avow to protect your observant, you are unobservant of me, who are being abducted by that unrighteousness itself. O enemy inflamer Rama, I reckon that you are absolute controller of uncontrollable beings. I wonder why you are not controlling this kind of sinner, Ravana. Indeed, this is how Seetha started her cry in wilderness. Indeed, the result for an evil act will not be apparently instantaneous. Even the time becomes a factor in the matter of cause and effect, as with the crops becoming cookable after certain time lag. Thus, she is addressing Ravana now. The time has battered your brains, and as an infringer, you have undertaken this particular exploit, whereby you will get devastating and life-ending tribulation from Rama. Thus, she upbraided Ravana. An honest wife of glorious one who aspires nothing but honesty, such a wife of Rama as I am. I am being abducted. Thus, the aspiration of Keki and her kinsfolk has now come true. O God, thus she talked to herself. I call the attention of the flowered Karnikara trees of Janasthana. You inform Rama that Ravana is thieving Seetha. Thus, she is addressing the woods and others on the ground from air-chariot. I pray you, who are with the bustle of swans and Sarasa waterbirds, O river Godavari, you promptly tell Rama that Ravana is thieving Seetha. I also venerate you, the Sylvan deities that travel in this forest with diverse trees, or those that abide on the treetops. You may please inform my husband that I am being stolen. Or over there, some few beings that are living over there on the ground below, I seek shelter of all the flocks of birds and hordes of animals. I pray you to convey this news. Inform my husband about his dear and loftier wife than his lives, saying that helpless Seetha is stolen by Ravana. If that ambidextrous Rama comes to know about me, even if I am taken to heavens, or even if I am impounded by death, that great mighty Rama brings me back on aggressing against all of the gods in heaven, or against Yama, the death god. Thus she appealed to one and all, but in vain. She, that wide-eyed Seetha, who is highly anguished and bewailed with pitiable words, then with a wide-eyed expectancy saw the eagle Jataayu perching on a tree. She, that well-wished lady who has gone into captivity of Ravana, craned and started and stared at the eagle, and worsened by fear, she shrieked squeakily with a stuttered voice that is walloped with anguish, O fatherly Jataayu, see me. Like an orphanized one, I am pitiably abducted by this lord of demons with sinister deeds. It is impossible for you to forestall this merciless night walker, for he is formidable, shining forth with cunning conquest. Also, thus this wicked-minded one is with weaponry. O Jataayu, everything about my abduction shall be narrated to Rama or to Lakshmana as it has happened in its entirety. Thus Seetha supplicated Jataayu. Thus, this is the 49th chapter in Aranya Kanda of Valmiki Ramayana, the first epic poem of India. Sri Moola Rama Vijayate. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.